Now I'm ready to attach my fly line to my backing. When you open up your box with your fly line in it, first thing you want to do is just take off these silly little tags, and each brand will do that differently. You want to look for the end of the line that has a tag on it. It's going to say this end attaches to the reel. So make sure we're attaching the correct end. So there's my tag, I'm good to go. Now most modern day fly lines are now coming with a loop-to-loop connection, a welded loop on the back end. I do not like the loop, so I'm going to remove it. The loop does not pass through the guides as cleanly as a nail knot does, so we're going to do a nail knot. We're going to take a piece of tippet, we're going to form a loop, we're going to use a little piece of masking tape, and just tape the two ends on that so we have a little loop of monofilament to deal with. We're going to use this tool, which is a small stiffener. You can use anything you like. So now we have our fly line, our backing, our stiffener, and the loop we made. Hold your fly line, take the stiffener and place it against the fly line. Now we'll take our loop that we created and we're going to place them all together. So now we have the fly line, the stiffener, and the loop all held together. Now we can tie our nail knot with our backing. Now remember, the other end of this backing is attached to our reel, so we can only work with this end. So I want plenty of material to work with, so I'll allow myself 8 or 10 or 12 inches to work with. Now we're going to wrap the little end of the backing around everything in our bundle, but we're going to wrap away from our hand. So I just start wrapping. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will typically do 5 to 7 turns, unless I'm dealing with a saltwater fly line or a sinking fly line, in which case I typically do 7 to 10. I'm going to move that out of my way and take the tag end, the little end, and push it down through the little loop that you made. Now, the knot's almost done. Hold the loops with one hand and gently we'll pull down on our loop here. That'll pull that little end to almost go through. You don't need to force this. Don't force this. Just pull it till it's tight. Then reach through and grab your stiffener and pull it out. Now remember, the secret with all nail knots is to never let go of your fingers once you hold the loops. Now we can pull this the rest of the way through. And we'll just keep pulling until it's tight. Once I feel it start to snug up, I will pull a little on that end and a little on this end and a small tug and start rolling this with your 2 fingers as you feel it to start tightening up. Roll them together, little tug, little tug, little tug, and keep going until you feel like in between your fingers you can feel that it's snugged up. Then you can let go. Now once we let go, we have our nail knot. We just need to complete the tightening process. And I'll just give a little pull. Pull here. Patience is the key on a nail knot. It's an easy knot to tie, but if you're impatient and you try to do it too quickly, the loops will cross and you won't be happy with the end product. So once you get it as tight as you think it needs to be, give it one good final tug there. And then cut these very, very close. If you do get a big fish that runs you well into your backing, you don't want this knot catching on the guides as it goes through the guides. So cut it nice and close. Do the same thing on this end. And we'll simply reel this up on our reel.